friends. I apologize for the delay. I tried to come on there phone, but their StreamYard wasn't working too well with me. So I'm gonna jump right into it because I am a little behind time, and I only wanted to do a 20-minute live. So what this live is about today, mainly, I want to talk about how you guys can better yourselves as trainers and walk into your greatness and become master trainers. And there's only one way you're going to be able to do that. This live podcast is probably the most important information that you'll ever get as dog trainers. How are you going to do that? It's easy, but it's hard. No, it's easy. But what's hard is to get young dog trainers to listen. And if you're not going to listen, you're not going to be able to master this. So how are you guys going to be walking to your greatness? How? It's called self-control. You know how many dog trainers, those that want to become dog trainers, great dog trainers that I've sat down with, make sure my volume is up. You know how many people I've tried to coach to walk into their greatness? And I'll say this for you guys who probably train dogs and train people to become dog trainers when training their dogs, because that's what you're doing. It's not hard to train a dog, but it's hard to get grown people to just listen. You know how many times you can stand here and I can tell, I can just reach into this barrel of people here and just grab one person, but not to sort anyone out. I can grab one person and say, hey, you're not listening. Oh yeah, I'm listening, but they're steady. If I say, don't grab the lighter gonna burn you right now, it's hot. Oh no, I know how to get it. Oh no, I do it all the time. Don't grab the lighter. It's the same thing. Self-control, people. Self-control is how you are going to become master dog trainers. When you teach yourself to have self-control. Why? Because self-control is going to stop you from making mistakes. Self-control is going to stop you from making big mistakes. You know how many times you guys, if I say, hey, don't yell at the dog, don't go, don't run at the dog, don't make a body posture when the dog's doing something bad. You want to use your voice, yes, when you have the correct tools. I don't have to run at my dog when he's doing something wrong. I can hit this button and say, no, calm, not no. So if you go no, and you go no, the dog knows the difference. So I'm going to give you some examples. Watch this. So I got two people that are on my live speaking today, and that's Johnny 5, LBC 213, Jake, KJ the Great, We got KJ the Great back on the live. So if I had Johnny Five and KJ standing right here and I say, hey, when your dog does something bad, I don't want you to run at the dog. I don't want you to change your persona, body posture, nor your tone, the delivery of the command word, the trigger word. Just want you to say it calm. No. Or however you're going to say it when you're out in the field. No. Why are you mashing this button? If a dog's doing it, the dog's biting on some shoes, you don't throw nothing at it. You don't say whatever. You don't give your command words and throw things. You just kindly, lightly get up, stand up slowly, and you walk over to the dog and you pick the dog up. Dog's probably gonna let loose the item that he's biting on. And at that time, you should always be prepared. Self-control, prepared. Those two things, when they are combined in your dog training, you guys are going to be masters. Why? How? Because self-control is going to stop your dog from running from you when you can't contain or restrain this dog from doing things, which a lead does when he's at a distance. If he doesn't think you're ever going to come up to him and abuse him, that's the word I'm going to use to scare you guys into thinking about what you're doing when you're dog training. So it's not the proper word to use, but I'm going to use it. So if the dog don't think you for the big bad daddy's home and daddy's going to come in here and slap us because his tone of voice has changed, he's talking, that tone of voice is the sound that scares us. Because when he talks like that, there's some action behind, some reaction behind that. An act is behind that. So if you get up and you come over there and you pick the dog up, what's up, Neffy Diaz? And you pick the dog up and you redirect with a toy because you're prepared. You got toys in your pocket or treats, stuff laying where you can just grab it. See, you redirect the dog. Now the dog's not afraid of you. The dog don't expect nothing to jump and run, and you can't reprimand the dog properly. Self-control and preparedness is going to make you guys master dog trainers. Do you know how many times I can say this to a guy and he swear to God he's doing what I'm doing? You and I both can be selling hot dogs. I'm on this corner, you on that corner. But I'm selling more hot dogs and you can't figure out why. And I say, hey man, you gotta be nice to the people that's walking by. You have to be, have a warm greeting and make yourself inviting and make your product seem, where they want it. And he said, okay, I'll do that. But he's not really actually doing that. He's not combining all these things together and putting it in the atmosphere and making that happen. But they'll say they're doing that. So here's the point of everything that I'm telling you. So many people that you tell they're doing this and they're fighting you. You're giving them information and they're fighting you. That's the part that I don't like about taking on groups of people and training with them. When people say that all the time, why you don't train people? I don't want to talk to a bunch of people that as soon as I start telling them something, they want to tell me about what they've been doing and what somebody else told them. I don't want to train with people like that. The military or any branch, or any organization that brings you in don't want to hear what you got to say. They have a system in place. And those who make it, and those who excel, and those who they uh, reward are those that are listening, those that are open-minded. They're going to come out the box and just do what these people ask of them. So why are there so many people you try to give this information to, and when you try to talk to them, they talking about everything else but what you telling them? That's exactly what you dog trainers, adults are doing. That's your mistake. That's why the dog's not where they at. Because dog training is very easy. It's very simple. Along with that consistency and you're doing the right method, but you're doing exactly what you should be doing, you can easily shape behaviors. You can shape any behavior with any animal. I've trained all kind of animals, different animals, not just dogs. And how in the way you do this is they become dependent upon you. You can control them with food, with rewards. If you have them all the time, they're not laying around, they don't have access to it, then what you think they're gonna do? Because they're trying to please themselves. They want to be fed. They want to have a drink of water. They want to play games. They like playing games. It seems interesting. It's fun once you engage and they're involved. Once they committed and you put trigger words on it and you set boundaries, they begin to put themselves in those range of motions and positions that you expect of them. But every time you do this, you got to have self-control when the dog's not doing right, not to do things that are going to cause error down the line. And if you're not always prepared ahead of the dog, then you're not going to be win. The dog won't get the message. It'll take a long time to get the message. For instance, listen to this. How many times you stand here and say, hey, look, when you start dog training, get your toys. You know, have your toys laying around, huh? Have all kind of stuff. Have your bag around your waist with all kind of food. You gotta go get it once the dog's done something good, or you gotta turn around and go get it and then bring it back to him. How many times I stand here and I see people or all these guys sending me videos, and I watch them and I just shake my head. But I'm not trying to sit here. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your dog. But if you want to get to that level real fast, real easy, simple, you got to listen. You got to stop being what you're being, hard-headed. How many times you see people ask a dog to sit? Sit, sit, sit. You say, hey, stop saying that 3 times. Don't say that but once. Sit, sit, sit. I just told the person, say it only 1 time. Sit, sit, sit. So the dog sits on sit, sit, sit. How many times you tell a person, don't ask the dog to do something if you don't have nothing to give the dog? I don't care if you close enough to reach down and say, good boy, and real quick rub him. You got about 3 seconds before the dog loses the message. Tuck toys should always be in your pocket. A simple ball. If you can't get the food out fast enough, you can reach in there and throw that ball, and when he chases that ball, you're reaching in your bag real fast to get the treat out. Every time you ask your dog to do something, you should have something to give him. Not just because you see, and our voice reward is just as good, but you gotta put that in the training. So many people see what they see online and they try to mimic it, but they don't know why they're doing what they're doing and how to get success with it, because it's working sometime. But when it don't work all the time, it's because sometimes you're doing it right and sometimes you're doing it wrong. So the dog gonna do it sometimes, he's gonna do it right, and sometimes he's gonna do it wrong. You doing it right sometimes, the dog should do it right sometimes. until you've done this so long to the second nature. And even then, I don't go too many times without having something besides a vocal reward for my dogs. Now, I bred into these dogs the devotion and loyalty to please more so than the food drive. So they don't always look for food, especially when the dogs that you've seen that I have in my line, after they become committed and they're wide open and working, you can try to eat any kind of treat. I don't care, from real food to some of the best treats in the world that they love, and they're gonna spit it out and be wanting to play that game. So the reward is more so the drive, verbal, and put them back in drive. So that's more rewarding when they're committed. But you people have to stop doing things to hurt yourself when it's not that hard. It's like teaching yourself self-control. And I had to work on that. So some of you guys may get it faster than I have. Some of you may achieve that faster than I have had to over the years. And some of you guys may not never achieve that. But I want you to have success by bringing it to your, as an awareness, bringing it to the forefront. Stop asking dogs to do things if you don't have nothing. If you don't have some treats in your pocket already cut up, and you already saying to yourself, I got one or two before I ask him to do it, then why are you asking the dog to do something? You don't have a ball where you can slip it real fast as soon as he does. Why are you asking the dog to do something? Why so many dog trainers got to be showboats when they training? It's a turn off. Because you can tell your dog to do something and he did it right there because you didn't have to have a ball or a treat that made it better. It's about the dog. It's about the dogs. It's about making sure that dog remains accurate, sure, and reliable. And it's going to be reliable because you're reliable. I don't use moments to show what my dog can do for show out time. Every time I train with him, it's almost like it's like it's a new session. It's another session. I'm sealing the deal, the bond. I'm concreting it, locking it in, letting them know nothing's changed from last year, last month, last week, a few hours ago. Still the same old game. You do something for me, I got something for you. I'm ahead of him. When he thinks it's this, it's that. When he does this, I'm going to reward him with this or that. If I can't get the food out fast enough, like I told you, I throw a tug or a ball. Walk on, start engaging in a little bit of fight, a little bit of tug. Because if I don't always have food or he's not hungry, I got other toys. I got other things to keep the game going. I got self-control when he's not doing what I asked him to do. I know how to get his attention with certain sounds, start playing games that he does know, and end it on that note. Then come back to that again and try to show him that again in a different way until he gets it. So that's what you guys got to do. Nephew, do you got puppies? Nephew, I don't sell dogs like that. I don't have, my process, it's the same process I've been saying for like 20-some years now. The process to get a dog from me is you pay a deposit. I put you on a list because I got people that's already paid, and I have to serve this client. So if this client paid before that client, I'm going to get that client. If this client paid before you or that client, get that client. And each client got a different need or a different type of dog. But so how I do this is you put a deposit down. Once you put a deposit down, we begin to entertain the thought of color, gender, your expectations. I do a full consult once the deposit is made. I'm putting this in my notes. I'm checking it once. I'm checking it twice. You're going to find out everything you like. And it's in my book, and you're in my books. And when I find a puppy that represents the character that client, or you the client, you're not the client till you pay, but you the client that you want, that you like, I began to opening up those Pandora boxes. I naturally find somebody display the character that you and your family likes. And then I say, hey, I got something for you. I just don't grab a puppy and say, hey, you want a girl dog and it's blue, I'm gonna give it to him. No, my name on the line. I don't care about the money. I care about the the integrity of the sale. And it's a real sale when I'm working for somebody, and I'm working for somebody when they're actually on my list. And I've never sold a dog by having a bunch of puppies sitting around and somebody say they want a puppy. I refuse to work like that. I don't want to do it like that. I just hate. I hate that the idea of working like that. When I got puppies, I'll put them out there, and people will do. Now I got puppies all the time. Got dogs in the yard. I sell if somebody got the right dollar, But that's how you get a pup. Dial 904-450-3339. And I would love to have you as a client and love to get you on the list. But I got hundreds of people calling, asking those same kind of questions. But it's only real once the deposit is made. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. You guys, don't forget, we got that new hair for dogs that have lost hair on any part of their body. Stimulates growth. This is the right stuff. Fast, good recovery. We got that hip, joint, and spine care for dogs that are hurting, seniors, for dogs that are working out. You want to rub this on their body. This will relieve them. Now, if you have a bad injury, don't think that this is going to be the remedy. But this is going to be a part of the help that helps that dog recover. That spine and joint. Right here. If you guys want a beautiful beard like the Grandmaster, you got to get that beard oil. It's it right here. It softens and it help recovery and fix the damaged hair. We got Tug Toys. We make them. We got Tug Toys so you can get out here and train with your dogs. These are reward toys. We got those scented balls if you want to also make drive and teach your dog to find odors of any kind. Flexible. Oh, my treats fell out. Put some more in when I get out there before I go train myself, because I want to be prepared. I want to be ahead of the dog. And we got these bite sleeves. So, hey, whenever you guys are ready, pick up the phone. Dial 904-450-3339. Make sure you guys sponsor us. You can do that by dialing our same number. You can send us a Zelle, Apple Pay, Cash App, $ULYSEEMUFFJR. And until the next video, you guys better self-control, man. Self-control and preparedness. And until the next video.